Hi, Marion, honey. What are you doing right now? I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty bored. Why don't you bring Victor over to play? Not like I have anything better to do. You haven't been coming back home recently, and Mom's been feeling sad. How about you fulfill your daughter-in-law duties for once?
I'm sorry, I'm still at work right now. I can't come. After I'm finished with work, I'm going to pick up Victor from school, and then we're going back home.
What are you on about? I can pick him up easy peasy. Just let me get my wallet and my keys, and I'm good to go.
If someone who isn't the child's parent is coming to pick them up, they'll have to notify the school first, otherwise they won't let the child go with them.
Oh, come on, really? Oh, that's such a drag. I was doing him the honor of coming over to play.
Thank you so much. I'm sure he'd love to play with his Auntie Bailey sometime soon.
Enough about that. Isn't your older sister without a job, Marion?
What? No, she isn't jobless. She has a proper job.
But the job's only part-time, right? Oh, seems like she has too much time on her hands. Isn't she my age, actually?
Yes, I think she is. In case you're wondering, she's 38 years old.
And she's a certified recluse, I hear.
She was diagnosed with chronic depression, so yes, she was living at home for 2 years. But starting this year, she's able to go back outside. She started a part-time job that's going well.
This is so insane. It's actually funny. A pathetic, jobless recluse at this ripe age.
I'm telling you, Miss Bailey, she's not anything like you say.
It's not like she's married like I am. She's fallen behind in life, I must say. Oh, such a pity.
Could you please refrain from talking about my own sister that way?
You can't blame anyone for telling her so. It's the truth, after all.
Perhaps, but it's still hurtful and rude.
Well, I assume she must have a lot of free time, so I thought I would become her friend.
What? You want to befriend my sister?
Oh, it's such a pity she's a recluse. So I thought becoming her friend would open up new doors, you know? And also, my free time can be used up spending it with her. It's literally the best win-win in the world, isn't it?
Clarissa's busy with her own life right now, and it's not like she has no friends. On the contrary, she has many. I don't think she needs any more.
Clarice, that's her name, right?
Yes, it is.
I think I met her once at my wedding, but I don't remember what she's like at all. Maybe she's just like you, without much of a goddamn presence.
What are you trying to say? In any case, you need not worry about Clarice, but thank you very much for your concern.
Oh, I'm so damn bored these days, Marion.
Is that so? Why don't you find a job then?
There's no way I'm gonna do that. I got married because I wanted to become a housewife. Unlike your sister Clarice, who can't ever get married.
What?
I really cannot understand you, Marion. Going off to work even after getting married and having children? Just tell me, you don't exactly trust your husband, my brother. Now do you?
I appreciate all the accusations, Miss Bailey. But lest we forget, you're currently living away from your own husband, right?
You couldn't be more wrong. Grayson's only been reassigned temporarily.
He stopped by just the other day, you know, to talk to us about something.
What?
You seem to be claiming that he'd been reassigned temporarily, but it seems to him that you've kicked him out of his own house. Your husband Grayson visited us to vent about how he wants a divorce, but you'll have none of that.
Wait, huh? This is news to me. We're only taking some time to work on ourselves. I plan to go back to our old life together with a little more time. We aren't living separately. He really has been reassigned. We're only living away from each other for a short time.
In his eyes, that's not how it seems, Miss Bailey.
It is what it is, damn it!
Do you really have no intention of changing the cause of this situation?
The cause?
I was told that you've been doing the housework since you married him 6 months ago and you've stopped doing that completely, haven't you? And I hear the reason's because you're hooked on some video game. Is that true?
That's not true at all. Even housewives need some time off from their busy schedules, you know.
How can you be so busy if you don't do any of the housework? You found a game online that you think is fun and you play it all day long without cleaning any of the rooms and whatnot. And what's worse, you use his credit card to buy branded pieces of fashion. Grayson's been fretting over the bills because it just amounts to more than he can handle, you see.
If I buy branded items and then sell them immediately, it can be converted into money to use for the game. It's not like I'm paying thousands of dollars in liquid cash for these things. Don't you think it's a good way to make money?
That's called resale, Miss Bailey, and I believe that's a crime.
But still, it works. Because of it, I'm now a master at build games. And no, I haven't told Grayson about this, but I'm doing that these days. The credit card's been terminated, and I can't pay money for games anymore, and things have become pretty droll. That's why I'm bored. Bring Victor over, please. His auntie wants to spend some time with him.
What the hell are you talking about?
What?
Don't you realize you're on the brink of being left on the curb? Or are you actually feigning ignorance?
What the hell do you mean?
You go about pointing fingers at Clarice about her situation, but I ask you, who is the real jobless recluse?
Ugh, I'm not caged up at home, you know.
And neither is Clarice. But in any case, it doesn't change the fact that you're at your house, wasting your days away doing nothing. Mrs. Attaway has been so stressed about how expensive the electricity bill's been, you know.
There's no way.
Getting comfortable in front of the heater at full blast, staring at the TV all day every day, watching programs and or playing video games? Of course the bills are going to skyrocket.
That'll only be while Grayson's reassigned, and I'm gonna start doing the housework again when he comes back home.
I'm telling you, Bailey, it doesn't seem like a temporary reassignment to me. And I don't think he'll be coming back ever.
What? Did he say something like that?
Yes, he did. Looks like he set himself on a divorce.
Ugh, you can't be serious. You're just mad because I said some funny things about your sister, right? Tell me that's the case.
I'm not mad, Miss Bailey. I do, however, feel like you're a pitiful human being.
How dare you? I'm not pitiful in any way. And I resent you for comparing me to a lowly part-timer approaching 40.
Clarissa's becoming a full-time employee starting next month, you know, and I remind you, she's exactly your age. Here's the punchline. Looks like Destiny's gonna hand you a red card sometime soon.
No, it won't.
And also, you've been cheating on Grayson.
What? What do you mean by that?
No use hiding it since Grayson knows about it already. Seems like he hired a detective agency and everything. My husband's been apologizing to him so very deeply day in and day out. But it should be you who apologizes, right, Miss Bailey?
When did this happen?
The day before yesterday, I believe. Isn't Mrs. Attaway not at home right now?
Huh? Now that you mention it, she isn't. But what's that got to do with anything?
She's got to negotiate with Grayson, apparently.
That can't mean that Mom knows about it, too.
I'm afraid she does. At the very least, she'd known about the fact that it was never a temporary reassignment.
But that's impossible.
You even go about lying to your own parents. And then they find out. What a shame, what a shame.
I can't contact Grayson. How can that be?
You've been ignoring him up until now, haven't you? He's told you numerous times he wanted to talk, but because you ghosted him, he gave up on that idea. And reached out to Mrs. Attaway instead.
How did he even find out about my affair and even went on to blab to you about it? This is unbelievable.
Your partner's someone you met through online gaming, right? I was so surprised that you'd go about meeting this guy in person, you know?
You even know about that?
You're so lucky that all he ever assumed was that you were living separate from her husband. I applaud you. A jobless hunk approaching 40, dumped by her husband, and could be abandoned by her parents, too. Wouldn't you pity a poor woman like that? My husband and I have no intention of helping you, of course. You brought this on yourself, so you go fix it yourself, okay? That day, Bailey's husband told everything to Bailey's mother and informed her that he'd already discussed the issue of compensation with a lawyer. In addition to the compensation, which would already amount to something quite substantial, he would demand a full refund of all the money Bailey had used behind his back to buy branded fashion items. Of course, Miss Bailey doesn't have any savings of her own whatsoever. Furthermore, it was found out that she was lending her online gaming friend money through online transactions, and the money they both spent on the games had amounted to something frankly disgusting. Bailey's mother wanted to help her daughter out, but her father couldn't forgive her for what she'd done, and he was so kind as to carry the burden of paying compensation, under the condition that Bailey find a good, proper job. Otherwise, she wouldn't be welcome to live at the house at all. Bailey never had much work experience at all, and she started job hunting with a heavy heart. But even her application for a part-time convenience store clerk, exactly like the one she'd been ridiculing, wasn't accepted.